purifying this is God. That's the most powerful cleansing agent you have, is God's grace. When you have something really sticky, yucky, old, so dirty, and you want to clean it up, you go out and you get an industrial strength cleaner. Take care of the problem fast, no messing around. So the strongest cleaner we can get is God, actually. And all we have to do is bring Him into our mind. In a previous line, it was written, Lali lal raje nit mere hridayarvind. Hriday means your heart, and again arvind. The heart is described also as being a lotus. So Radha and Krishna are ever residing in the lotus flower of my heart. If we do that, then with that union with them, our heart gets purified very quickly. This is why we do Roop Dhyan. In here, Maharajji, Jagadguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, he's giving us some easy ways to think of Radha Krishna. Gore Pad Radhika Ke, Radha Rani's lotus feet are very fair complexioned. Neele Pad Govinda, Govinda Krishna, his lotus feet are Neele, bluish color. You've all seen pictures of Shri Krishna. Even his feet are bluish, although the soles are more pinkish. Bhori Bhanu Nandini hai, Nat Khat Nand Nand. Radha Rani is very innocent, very naive, and Shri Krishna is very naughty. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have a lot of differences in their personality. Radha's complexion is fair, Shri Krishna's is dark. Radha is more quiet and calm, Shri Krishna is more active and naughty. And one more thing Maharajji tells us, Sorahu Singar Pyari Natvesh Nandanandan. Radharani is dressed up like a princess, like a queen, with 16-fold decorations. And Shri Krishna is dressed up in a very charming, simple country style. So even their style of dressing differs. And all of this helps us in Roop Dhyan. We can think of Shri Krishna, we can think of Radharani, we can think of both of them together, we can think of them separately. It's not hard, it just takes effort. And to whatever extent we do that, we purify our mind. Then we get the double benefit of progress towards our long-term goal of attaining God, of meeting Radha Krishna face to face. So this is why Ved says, Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. Mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation. If we attach our mind to Radha Krishna, our mind gets cleaned, eventually it joins perfectly with them, and we get liberated from all the worldly sufferings, and we get divine happiness. And if we keep our mind only attached in the world and away from Radha Krishna, then we get more of what we have now. We have bondage, bondage of Maya, bondage of suffering, bondage of death, all kinds of things that we have to deal with. Come on in, there's lots of place. So this one line contains the essence of spirituality. All spirituality has to do with the mind. And mind has its own innate level of pollution or cleanliness according to how much devotion we've done. And if we want to improve the level of spiritual progress, all we have to do is attach our mind to Radha Krishna, and we do that through practicing Roop Dhyan. Even if you have another style of devotion that you really like, for instance, doing puja, doing kirtan, going to a temple, going to a holy place, All of these styles of devotion are good, but they need to be completed by doing Rup Dhyan on the form of God that you're worshipping. If you're doing puja, you have to think of that form of God being right there in front of you. If you're doing kirtan, you have to see the form of God whose name you're chanting. Only then it counts as chanting their name. Otherwise, it's just some syllables. God's names are so many.
I was thinking I'm meeting the God. Then Neha told me, no, you are tired. So
that's two different. That's two different problems actually. Sleep is easily dealt with. You sing loudly. Instead of doing Rup Dhyan and maybe you just listen to the kirtan, sing loudly, clap your hands, or sing live kirtan. Like sing it yourself on the harmonium or on the dholak or just by clapping or playing. If you're singing loudly and doing Rup Dhyan, you won't be able to fall asleep. Unless if you didn't sleep in 24 hours or something. So the sleep one is, or stand up. In Mangar, we don't do it anymore, but we used to, I think maybe 15 years ago when I used to go to Mangar, the morning satsang was like this. We do the arti and vandana and everything, and after that we chant Radhe Radhe Govinda, and on the high part you put your hands in the air, but we do it standing for 30-40 minutes. We're doing Rup Dhyan standing because Maharaji knew everybody's sleepy in the morning, so let them stand up and do kirtan and do Rup Dhyan. So if you're really tired, you can even stand, you can dance and do kirtan, but just do it with Rup Dhyan. So the sleep part is not hard to deal with. The wandering mind part, as I was saying, being able to do Rup Dhyan for 10 minutes means you've made progress. It's good. It's because I know you practice every day. You have your special place, you sit, you practice every day. So that's why you've gotten up till 10 minutes. Now, to understand why the mind wanders, really just think about the mind is naturally drawn to the objects of attachment. So, whatever or whomever we're most attached to, that has a gravitational pull on our mind. The bigger the attachment, the stronger the pull. Initially, our attachment to God is less, and our attachment in the world is more. And that can be proven by this fact, that if we lose someone in our family, we're separated from them, someone passes away, someone moves away, we feel very sad for some time. We cry. We feel a pain in our heart. God is our divine beloved, and we've been separated from Him forever. We've never met Him even once, yet we don't cry. We don't feel that pain of separation. It's because we're not very attached to Him yet. We have a weak attachment to God, and that's why our mind quickly wanders away from thinking of God, more towards the objects or the people that we're attached to. So the wandering mind is natural. It happens to everybody. It shouldn't surprise us because, we're so attached in the world. Why would we be surprised that our mind would go in the world? We should be surprised if our mind goes to God. That should be a surprise. So that's why I'm saying 10 minutes is great, but you can improve on that simply by more practice. That's it. Keep practicing and we'll get better. It'll become 11 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Slowing down because I think it will practice more on that. So, anybody else?
Yes.
This thing always bothers me, that where are we originally from as a soul? I mean, what is the origination of what we are? Are we split from, are we like
everybody has that question.
Bunch of God, or are we separate from Him? And where are we going?
Yeah, these are actually topics that could, if I expanded upon them, I could give a 30-day lecture, 1 hour every day or 2 hours every day for 30 days. Because these are such important, essential questions. But luckily we do have the answers. I mean, this is why I became Hindu, because I got the answers to those questions. And what he was asking, first of all, is what is our origin? So our origin or our essential identity is that we are Ansh of God, but we were never split off from Him. Not like you take a block of ice, hit it with a hammer, it breaks into a million pieces, now you have many Ansh of that original block, right? Not like that, actually. We are indirect Ansh of God. Ansh means a part or a fraction. We are not a direct Ansh of God. So what does that mean? It means that God has His own personal personality, His own self. If He takes avatar and in one of those avatars He's only manifesting a part of His potential power, we call that Ansh of God. That's a direct Ansh of God. So that Ansh is equal to God. That is God. There's no difference. So like you can say Narsingh Bhagwan or Kachchap Avatar. These are all Ansh of Shri Krishna, Ansh of Mahavishnu. They're only manifesting a part of their power in those forms, but they're one and the same. It is Shri Krishna in that form. It's not someone else. So that's a direct Ansh of God. But there's this other entity called Jeev Shakti, God's soul power. That soul power is made up of unlimited souls. And each soul is Ansh of Jeev Shakti. So if you take all the souls in existence and put them together, you have Jeev Shakti. Some people think if you put all the souls together, that equals God. No. Put all the souls together, it equals God's Jeev Shakti. God is giving life to all of those souls. So He is our Anshi. He is the source of our power. We exist dependent upon Him, but He never created us. This is the second point. Jeev Shakti was never created. It's an eternal power of God. Just like God is eternal, Jeev Shakti is eternal. So all the souls have existed since eternity. God didn't wake up one day and decide to create some souls, and He's not creating new souls day to day. Whatever souls exist have been here forever and will always remain. So our origin is that we have no origin because we've always existed. But our identity is that we are Ansh of Jeev Shakti, which is a dependent power of God. Now, inherent in the question you are asking is, why are we separate from God? Why are we in this world? When did we come under the bondage of Maya and the bondage of this cycle of birth and death? That also never began. So God didn't kick us out of some divine state that we were enjoying and say, no, go and be born down there. That never happened. God never separated us from Him. Since eternity, whatever is our situation today at this moment, this is how we've been forever. So God never put us under bondage, but we've always been in this cycle of birth and death. We've always been forgetful of Him. We've always basically internally been turned away from Him, having forgotten our relationship with Him and just seeking happiness in the world. That's an eternal situation. And since eternity, God is sending saints in the world, producing the spiritual knowledge in the world to try to turn souls towards Him so we can surrender to Him and experience divine bliss. And uncountable souls have succeeded in doing that. But there are still uncountable souls remaining. So what's the ultimate goal? Which was your second question. Where are we going? That's where we're going. That's where we're meant to go. God gave us a human birth because as a human you can gain this knowledge. You can practice it. You can go towards Him. You can